So, I'm not a Genshin content creator. Neither do I plan to say anything about or related to Hoyoverse ever again. But this is something I really want to talk about. So, bear with me. I've been a Genshin player since 2021 and only recently quit the game before patch 4.4 due to very obvious reasons for that time. But that's not the point. So, well, what is the point? Well, yeah, this needs to be talked about. So Genshin just released their Natlan trailer a few days ago, and I don't really know what my expectations were, but holy fuck, they were not this low. Well, I do agree that the designs look pretty or appealing to the eye, but that doesn't mean they're good. Especially the Pyro Archon and this character named Auroron. Now, quick disclaimer, I'm Indian. Born and raised in India all my life, so I might not nail the point down as firmly as the people whose cultures Natlan is inspired from. And Natlan includes cultures which have been inspired from Latin Americans, Hawaiian people, many parts of Africa, and indigenous tribes of America. But we know what happened 2 years ago with Sumeru, which is inspired by my culture and a bunch of South Asian and Middle Eastern cultures. And boy, did they butcher it so badly. I'm not even gonna talk about it. It just pains me to talk about it anymore. And it's been 2 years. Let's just move on. And as a person of color who saw how horribly a nation inspired by our culture was handled, I cannot let this happen again to other people of color. Now, what exactly is wrong with Natlan? Well, they're all paler than a fucking vampire! Now, let's address some comments and questions that people throw to defend Hoyoverse. Genshin is a work of fiction. Yes, indeed it is. A work of fiction which has taken inspiration from so many real-life cultures and ethnicities. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate Hoyoverse for what it does in their research. It's only a problem with nations that are inspired by people of color when it comes to the color of their skin. So if Genshin is fiction, pure fiction, it should make its own unique cultures, which are fictional, shouldn't it? And not take inspiration from real-life cultures if they don't want to represent the people of said culture. You know what I mean? Yeah. Using real-life POC cultures and pasting it on a paper white character and gaining profit from it is cultural appropriation at its finest. Especially when people of said cultures are constantly asking you to do better. They shouldn't take real-life POC people and real-life POC deities and whitewash them if Genshin is fictional. For an example, we already have characters like Dignity and Alhaitham who have been inspired by real-life people called Dignity and Alhaitham. And if you go to look up these names, you will not get the original, those real people. You will get these white-ass characters. And the same is slowly happening to Natlan characters. Kinich, this character, has been named after this Kinich. And when you go to Google and look it up, you will not find them anymore. You will find this white baby. Same goes for Auroran. Now, I was going to talk about Auroran. Auroran has been inspired by a real-life deity called Aurolan. And just look at it. Now, look me in the eye and tell me how is that not disrespectful. You see the problem here, right? I don't have to spoon-feed it to you like a baby. You have the brains to comprehend what is wrong with this. So let's not excuse this. If Genshin is fictional, they should not do this. They should not take a real-life deity and whitewash them and give them a emo-ass wolf boy character. Next argument. China is Hoyoverse's target audience and they don't like dark skin. First of all, there are several instances of Chinese games made by companies with a much smaller budget and audience than Hoyoverse who make people of color. And Chinese people are pulling out their passports to prove that they're Chinese to criticize the game. It is so messed up how people who give this excuse want to paint Chinese people as the racists to get away with their own racism. Next argument. There are pale POCs too. Yes, there are. But that doesn't mean that 90% of the people of your so-called POC nation will be white and only a minority is brown or black, when it's literally the other way around in the real world. Yes, pale people of color exist. So even do black or brown people of color. What even is your point? When you are asked to represent minorities, you're not asked to represent the minority of the minority, which is a very small percentage of pale people. And of course, you can have pale POC characters in your games or in your stories. But that doesn't mean that 90% of your cast is going to be pale. That doesn't make any sense. And the worst excuse, oh my god, let's cover this one. If you're gonna complain, don't play. This excuse might just be evil. Why should the people whose cultures are being stolen for profit quit the game? So that the company can keep doing it and not improve? So that those hoyoverse bootlickers can be racist in peace? It is the people of color's job and right to speak when their culture is getting appropriated. And God forbid people want to see their favorite game improve and do better. Running away and ignoring the problem is not an option. I'm so sorry, but that's not how it should be working. Just saying that, oh, don't play the game, don't play the game. Why? Huh? So that you don't have to listen to us complain, right? I already quit the game because I cannot stand this anymore. And the best way that you can actually support while still playing is not spending money on the game. Because you gotta stab them where it hurts. Just stab them in the wallet and they're going to do something. With that being said, what can we do about this? Is it even going to work? Well, there have already been so many content creators and voice actors speaking up about this. There is also like a news article from IGN now about this, so obviously something is happening. Natlan tag is filled with edits of their characters, and honestly you should check them out. Some of these redesigns are just really good, really good. Now, I don't want to be the fun police, so I'm not going to tell you that you should stop spending money on the game. You should not wail for your favorite characters. You should not pull for your favorite characters. You should completely stop playing the game. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is, do not excuse Hoyoverse's colorism. Hoyoverse is an amazing developer. They do their research. They do everything in their ability to try to represent every culture that they take inspiration from properly. They only have a problem with skin color for some reason. And I hope they do better in this. If you want to pull for the Natlan characters, you are free to do so. If you like the characters, you are free to do so. Of course, it's none of my business which characters you like or which characters you want to pull. But please just don't speak over real POC people when they're trying to complain about their cultures being appropriated. Please do not make fun of them and do not try to dismiss their voices. That is wrong. You know what I mean, right? So if you want to spend money on the game, do it. It's obviously going to get money from other games, and the whales, they never stop. Now, with all that being said, I don't really care about what happens to this game anymore. I am not going to force them to put any darker skinned characters in the game. Neither am I going to criticize them anymore for anything that they do in the future. I've already left this game and I don't plan to play it any longer. I still love Genshin Impact for what it has done so far, and I can also criticize it for the things that it has done wrong and continues to do wrong. This criticism does not mean that I hate the company or that I hate the game. I do not care. Natlan can be white as they want. It can be anything, but that doesn't make it right. The decision of keeping your cast white and pale is not the right thing to do, but it is their choice to do so. But whatever.